Hey, beautiful souls, it's me, your girl, Sarah, and today I'm spilling all the tea on how I manifested my soulmate, my incredible husband, Ethan, after years of stumbling through toxic relationships that left me feeling like love was a battlefield. If you've ever felt stuck in a cycle of heartbreak, wondering if your dream partner is out there, grab a cozy blanket, maybe a glass of wine, and let's dive into this wild, emotional, and sometimes hilarious journey of how I turned my love life around. Spoiler alert, it wasn't luck. It was me rewriting my story with a little help from the universe. Let me take you back to where it all started. Picture this. Me, 32 years old, sitting on my couch with a tub of mint chocolate chip ice cream, crying my eyes out over yet another breakup. My love life was like a bad rom-com, except without the happy ending. I'd been in one toxic relationship after another, guys who didn't respect me, who made me feel small, or who just weren't ready for the kind of love I knew I deserved. There was Jake, who ghosted me after 6 months because he wasn't ready to commit. And then there was Mike, who thought communication meant yelling over me during arguments. Oh, and let's not forget Chris, who forgot my birthday but remembered every football game score. I was exhausted, frustrated, and honestly starting to wonder if maybe I was the problem. But one night, after a particularly dramatic breakup, I'm talking ugly crying, mascara running, texting my best friend Lisa at 2 a.m., something inside me snapped. Not in a bad way, but in a, girl, you need to change the script kind of way. I realized I couldn't keep attracting the same kind of guys and expecting a different result. If I wanted a good husband, a man who would love me fiercely, respect me deeply, and make me laugh until my sides hurt, I had to start with me. I had to become the kind of woman who could hold space for that kind of love. And that's where the real magic began. Step one was getting real with myself. I took a long, hard look in the mirror, figuratively and literally, and asked, Sarah, what's holding you back? I'd grown up with this idea that I wasn't enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough of a great love. Those beliefs were like old, ratty clothes I'd been carrying around forever, and it was time to throw them out. I started journaling, pouring my heart onto the pages. I wrote about every fear, every doubt, every time I felt unlovable. And let me tell you, it was messy. I cried, I laughed at how ridiculous some of my thoughts were, and I started to see those limiting beliefs for what they were. Lies I'd been telling myself. One night, I was journaling and Lisa called me. She's my ride or die, always ready with a pep talk or a savage one-liner. She goes, Sarah, you're out here acting like you're auditioning for the role of sad single girl in a low-budget movie. You're a freaking queen! It's time you start acting like it! We laughed so hard I snorted, but she was right. I decided then and there to rewrite my story. I wasn't the girl who kept picking the wrong guys. I was a woman who deserved a love so big it could light up the stars. That's when I dove headfirst into manifestation. Now, if you'd told me a few years ago that I'd be talking about manifesting my husband, I would have rolled my eyes so hard they'd have fallen out of my head. But hear me out. This stuff works. It's not just wishing on a star or hoping Prince Charming shows up at your doorstep with a pumpkin spice latte. It's about aligning your energy, your thoughts, and your actions with the love you want to attract. And for me, it started with affirmations. Every morning, I'd stand in front of my bathroom mirror, look myself in the eyes, and say things like, I am worthy of a love that feels like home. I attract a man who respects me, cherishes me, and makes me laugh until my sides hurt. My soulmate is on his way. At first, it felt silly, like I was hyping myself up for a job interview I didn't think I'd get. But the more I said these affirmations, the more I believed them. They became my mantra, my daily reminder that I was done settling for less. I even stuck Post-it notes with affirmations on my fridge. I am enough was my favorite. My roommate thought I was losing it, but I was like, nope, I'm just manifesting my dream man, okay? Then came the fun part. Visualization. I got super intentional about picturing my dream husband. I'd close my eyes every night before bed and imagine us together. Not just what he looked like, but how he made me feel. I imagine us cooking dinner together, him sneaking up behind me to steal a kiss while I chopped veggies. I imagined us laughing over silly inside jokes, binge-watching Netflix, and planning adventures to places like Paris or maybe just the local farmer's market. I saw him as kind, funny, ambitious, with a smile that could melt my heart. Oh, and I threw in some specifics. Tall, with a scruffy beard and eyes that sparkled when he looked at me. I mean, a girl can dream, right? I also made a vision board, and let me tell you, this was so much fun. I grabbed a bunch of magazines, some glittery stickers, and went to town. I cut out pictures of happy couples, cozy coffee dates, and even a wedding dress that made my heart skip a beat. I added words like love, partnership, and joy in big bold letters. Every time I looked at that board, it was like a little nudge from the universe saying, "This is coming, Sarah. Keep the faith." My best friend Lisa saw it and was like, "Girl, this looks like a Pinterest board exploded, but I'm here for it." We cracked up, but deep down, I knew this was serious business. That vision board was my roadmap to love. Now, here's where it gets real. Manifesting isn't just about thinking happy thoughts and waiting for a guy to show up. You've got to do the work, the inner work and the outer work. For me, that meant healing from those toxic relationships. I started therapy to unpack all the baggage I'd been carrying. The trust issues, the fear of being hurt again, the need to please everyone but myself. Therapy was like a gym for my soul. It was hard, sweaty work, but I came out stronger. I also started investing in myself. I took up yoga, started a side hustle I was passionate about, and even treated myself to cute outfits that made me feel like $1,000,000. I wasn't just waiting for love, I was building a life I loved, with or without a man. And let's talk about the outer work for a second. I knew I had to put myself out there, not in a desperate, please love me kind of way, but in a I'm open to the universe's magic kind of way. I said yes to new experiences, joining a book club, going to a friend's art gallery opening, even trying online dating again, which, let's be real, can feel like swiping through a circus sometimes. I wasn't searching for the one like it was a scavenger hunt. I was just living my life, radiating confidence and trusting that the right person would show up when the time was right. And then he did. Enter Ethan. I met Ethan at a coffee shop during one of those book club meetings. I was mid-rant about how much I loved the latest romance novel we were reading, and he was at the next table, clearly eavesdropping. He leaned over with this cheeky grin and said, "You know, I think the guy in that book sounds like a total catch." I laughed so hard I almost spilled my latte. We started talking, and it was like the world melted away. He was tall, with that scruffy beard I'd visualized, and his hazel eyes sparkled when he looked at me. But more than that, he was kind. He listened, like really listened, and made me feel seen in a way I'd never felt before. As we started dating, I kept up my affirmations and visualizations, not because I was trying to keep him, but because they kept me grounded in my worth. Ethan wasn't just a guy who checked off my list, he was my partner, my best friend, my safe place. We'd have these long, goofy conversations about everything, from our favorite pizza toppings to our dreams for the future. One night, he looked at me and said, "Sarah, you're like the plot twist I didn't see coming, but I'm so glad you're here." I swear, my heart did a cartwheel. Fast forward to today, and Ethan and I are married. Yes, married! Our wedding was everything I had dreamed of, with fairy lights, my favorite flowers, because I'm basic like that, and Lisa giving a speech that had everyone laughing and crying. Ethan is everything I visualized and more. He's the guy who brings me coffee in bed, who surprises me with little notes, and who loves me even when I'm a hot mess. But the real win? I became the woman I always wanted to be. Confident, joyful, and unapologetically me. So here's my advice to you, beautiful. If you're dreaming of your soulmate, start with you. Heal those wounds, rewrite those old stories, and believe you're worthy of a love that lights up your world. Speak your affirmations like they're your truth, because they are. Visualize your dream partner, not just their looks, but how they make you feel. Make a vision board, have fun with it, and let it remind you of what's possible. And most importantly, live your life with joy and openness. Your soulmate isn't just out there. They're waiting to meet the incredible woman you're becoming. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If this story touched your heart, drop a comment below and tell me about your journey. Maybe you're manifesting your own soulmate, or maybe you're just here for the laughs. Either way, I'm cheering for you. Hit that subscribe button and let's keep this love vibe going. Until next time, keep shining, keep believing, and keep manifesting the love you deserve.